Spotlight is an opportunity for me to highlight a certified training partner, a faculty member, or something really cool going on in the KPA community. And our spotlight trainer today sort of fits into all of those categories. This is trainer Alex Lee. He is a KPA certified training partner, but he's also partnered with us at KPCT to do some brand new exciting projects that I'd love for him to talk about. So let me bring Alex on. Hi, Alex. How are you today? Why don't we start by sharing with everybody, when did you graduate from the Dog Trainer Professional Program, and who was your teacher?
I started the DTP program in 2014 and graduated in 2015. Terry Ryan was my teacher. She was able to clearly identify what I need and helped me address them, not just by pointing them out, but by allowing me to think about the problem in different ways and providing more depth to my thought. So she made me dream of a day when you could have great instructors like her in Korea.
Well, that's great. There's no question that our faculty are very inspiring, and Terry is a really excellent teacher. So I'm glad she inspired you that way. So my question is, has the Dog Trainer Professional Program helped you as a professional trainer? And if so, how?
How much time do I have? I think it'll take me more than 10 minutes to tell you about this. So if I had to pick one way the DTP helped me, it would be the curriculum. In 2012, when I started living in the USA, I had been struggling with my previous experience in Korea because it was not easy to find a venue where I could learn animal training in a structured way. But the DTP program was my first real experience learning science and behavior-based training and knowledge in a comprehensive, non-biased way. Not only does it teach animal training, but it also provides opportunities for further development and instructing skills. The DTP allowed me to gain new insight. So I was so lucky to have discovered the program. Thanks to the program, my life now is so dynamic.
Well, I know that in different countries, there's different experiences with the acceptance of positive reinforcement. Is positive reinforcement popular in Korea?
Yeah, right now, positive reinforcement and clicker training have become more familiar. Of course, now most people simply associate these terms with just good training. So there is still a lot of work to be done in the future.
That's interesting. I mean, I think all of us have experienced similar things. I'm curious as to how much resistance do you get from the public and other professional trainers when you advocate for positive reinforcement in Korea?
Korea is a country with strong traditions. So when I first started talking about positive reinforcement training, most trainers in Korea were traditional. So people resisted a lot or were just indifferent. I understand that the US had similar history. So I believe this resistance is a part of path to development. And Korea has had very rapid development in recent years. Our country have overcome some real difficulties to become a strong developed country, and it continues to develop. In the beginning, very few people were willing to listen to me. But I has continued with educating people, teaching classes. One by one, I gained very reliable colleagues. These colleagues are my greatest asset. Looking back on the past 10 years, the first word that comes to mind is Renaissance. So is it right with my pronunciation, Renaissance?
Yes, no, you said it perfectly.
Yeah. Korea currently experiences a rebirth of animal training. So there are some outdated misconceptions about the treatment of dogs in Korea, but every country has its own history. And I believe that Korea is developing quickly. So earlier people treated dogs as livestock. now they rate them as family members. So companion animal culture in Korea experiencing a rebirth, renaissance.
Yeah.
So of course, even now, there are some trainers who use force-based training, but those who love their animals are steadily spreading humane training methods. From what I've seen in the past 10 years, I believe the future is very bright in Korea. I have a lot of faith that we'll gain colleagues like Da Vinci and Michelangelo who will bring the positive reinforcement training culture to prison in Korea.
Well, and that's what I'm really excited about. This is a great opportunity for us to let people know. We've already announced it publicly, but maybe many of our viewers don't know that you are going to be managing Karen Pryor Academy's move to offer some of our courses in Korean. We're starting with the Dog Trainer Foundations and Dog Trainer Foundations immersion courses. What made you interested in taking on such a big responsibility?
So I believe animal trainers' professional ethic lies in the philosophy of helping people and animals to live together in happiness. So I'm simply following that philosophy and hoping this will bring happiness to humans and to many dogs in Korea.
That's great. Now, we're just launching KPA Korea, but you already have some skilled teachers to help teach the courses, don't you?
Yes, we currently have Korean teaching team consisting of 4 KPA CTPs. Everyone on this team loves animals and understands the importance of respecting animals and living with them in harmony. So I believe they'll be making the Renaissance happen in Korea.
I love that you use the word Renaissance.
Yeah, I love it.
Having the Karen Pryor Academy programs will be received in Korea?
There are a lot of people who are thirsty for good education programs. If my small efforts in spreading positive reinforcement training in Korea could be described as tiny wave, I believe that KPA Korea will make a tsunami wave.
Well, we sure hope so.
Yeah.
Alex, thank you so much for being with us today. We really wanted to highlight the great work you have done and that you're continuing to do for the KPA community by bringing us into the Korean environment. And I look forward to working with you more in the future. Thanks for being a guest with us today on Live from the Ranch.
Thank you. Thank you again for this great opportunity.
Oh, you are most welcome. I really, really appreciate you being here. And thanks for all that you do. And I think this was some new information for a lot of our viewers today.